They are already 5.6 million, and their numbers keep growing. They are the unemployed youth across Europe. This is Sophie. She is 25 years old, and like many young people like her, she doesn't have a job. According to the EU, there are currently 5.6 million people unemployed between the ages of 18 to 25. Certain countries, like Greece or Spain, face rates up to 50% of youth unemployment. Although being the most educated generation to date, young people face a labour market that is unable to include them. Sophie, for example, is from Belgium and obtained 2 master degrees in the UK.
I've been looking for jobs for months, but apparently either I'm underqualified or overqualified depending on the job. So I don't really know what to do, and obviously going back to my parents in Brussels is not an option, as it would be a pretty big defeat for me.
She also finds it very frustrating and demotivating to have to compete with the new generations of young graduates.
No, it is really hard to find a job because obviously there are loads of applicants, pretty much all graduated from some universities, so you're in competition with loads of people, very smart people with the same background as you do, so you have to stand up in the crowd. It's not easy.
To assist young people like Sophie, the EU has put into place a range of measures. One of them is the Youth Guarantee Scheme, which seeks to ensure that all young people up to age 25 receive a quality offer on a job or continued education within 4 months. The European Council has agreed to invest 6 billion euros in the Youth Guarantee Scheme.
That is a significant amount of money because it will be only available in the regions with the highest youth unemployment rate. That is, youth unemployment rates above 25% per region. So we really hope that if the money can be spent in a meaningful way, that we will have an impact.
He believes there is a pressing need for structural reforms for the situation of the youth to change in the long term. But for now, he says there is hope and there are means.
We from the European side, we can assist, first of all, with some policy initiatives, but also with money that supports young people finding a new job, or at least, facilitating the transition from education into a job.
But some experts believe that the measures adopted by the EU will make little difference.
No, 6 billion for 6 million youth unemployed. That means €1,000 per youth unemployed. And remember that this is over 2 years. So it means €500 per youth unemployed. What can you do with that? What can you do? You tell me, what difference can it do? Is it going to change much?
He believes that one of the factors that could benefit the youth in today's labour market is having a range of practical skills.
There is youth unemployment, but there's not youth unemployment for everybody. And certainly those that have better skills, I think have better opportunities. But I think a real question is, do they really have skills? And what kind of skills they have? I think sometimes there is a confusion that a diploma also means skill.
Rolf Schmatterberg is the president of ISEC International, one of the youth organizations that focuses on developing individuals' leadership potential.
You gain a very entrepreneurial and resourceful outlook on the world. So you start seeing opportunities. You start seeing, if I connect here and here, then I can provide some value. Whether that's value to a business, whether it's value to an NGO, whether it's value to a student.
He thinks that the youth today needs a range of skills that are often not developed in formal education, like managing teams or leading projects.
We believe that by developing these leadership skills in young people, by providing them practical opportunities, sending them abroad on internships, as well as letting them work on projects inside the organization, that people develop these skills and the people become better people. I've changed dramatically what I want to do with my life also due to ISEC, and most people that I know in ISEC have, and I think that's really for me the key point.
One example of this is Hugo Pereira, ISEC alumni and entrepreneur, now working in a young company in Brussels.
Probably, as my direction of my career was going, if I have not met ISEC, I have finished my business administration degree in Portugal. I'm not sure if I'll have been gone abroad or not, and I'll be joining one of the top consultants, or I don't know, I'll be joining another consulting life. I'll be 1 out of 100.
When asked about the difference the EU scheme will make on youth unemployment, Hugo is skeptical.
A difference will always make, but that's a problem of of Europe. They always think that money will solve the things. It's not a money thing. It's an attitude thing. It's a behavioral thing.
He believes more effort should be put in triggering an entrepreneurial spirit among young Europeans.
I don't know. I think there's a behavior evolution that has to happen in Europe, and it's quite a hard one to do, because in order to be disruptive, you need to accept that changes will happen, and no one likes changes.
Some people also believe that the youth should not wait for new policies to improve their future, but also take the matter in their own hands. Sophie doesn't expect to get any money from EU schemes, and she hasn't got plans to start her own business. She feels she's done her best to get skills. She, like millions of other young people throughout Europe, just wants a good job. And she's going to keep trying until she gets there. Bettina Gerkinger, City News International.